Well, there's been another hiccup in the implementation of Obamacare, a computer glitch that would leave Americans in the dark about how much they're paying. Chief National Correspondent Jim Engel has the story.
The government software that's critical for implementing Obamacare is still having problems just days before the exchanges open for business.
The software is failing the tests, so we still, with less than 2 weeks to go before the exchanges launch, we still don't know whether the exchanges are able to correctly calculate the amount of subsidy someone is eligible for.
A knowledgeable industry source tells Fox that, quote, "We expected some issues, but we did not expect it to go to 11:59 the day before and potentially after that. This is the system that will serve the most Americans because the federal government will run all or part of the healthcare exchanges in 36 states.
They were supposed to have this ready months and months ago. You don't want to be having a system like this tested and tried out, just days before it's supposed to go live.
That's critical because insurance under Obamacare may well be more expensive than current coverage unless one gets subsidies.
If you don't know the accurate exchange or a worse deal for you.
And an independent broker told Fox days ago that is the critical factor.
What the federal government's got to do is substantiate or validate that someone who applies for a subsidy actually qualifies for that subsidy.
An official, however, argues the administration started testing the software for the exchanges a year ago and that there have been months of rigorous testing with insurers, saying, quote, "This is exactly the point of this testing, to identify issues before open enrollment and flesh out any defects in the system." A critic argues they started late on such systems because President Obama didn't want to rock any boats before the last presidential election.
They deferred a lot of that decision making in the hope that after the election they could draw more states into the process. It turns out they couldn't, and they are way behind schedule trying to get that right.
Now, one critic argues the administration hasn't pushed efforts to inform the public enough to erase the confusion because it was worried a rush to sign up October 1st would cause the system to crash. But they left plenty of leeway. The sign-up period lasts a full 6 months until next March. Shannon?
Less than 2 weeks until those exchanges launch.
Yep.
Thanks, Jim.